good morning, good morning, my people. How we doing? Blessed love to you this morning. Blessed and pleasant Monday morning. Yes, we have made it through Hurricane Henry. The sun is coming out. Everything is good and dandy. I'm alive, well above ground, and so are you because you're watching this. Just want to say, give thanks and praise to God this morning for another morning, waking us up, closing us in our right minds, giving us life, health, and strength despite all that is going on around us, despite all the things that we may encounter here that's going on, all the upside down that is going on around the world. God is still awesome. He still sits on the throne. He is still who he is. And guess what? We just have to fall in line with who he is and continue to give him honor, glory, and praise. Yes. Want to continue to encourage my people who are out there putting in the exercise, putting in the healthy eating. I have not been able to go on my walk or exercise in over a week now because I've pulled a muscle in my back and my back's still kind of itching me. So, I'm trying not to start off doing anything and irritate it more, but, continue to watch my healthy eating and all that stuff. So I continue to encourage you to do what is right. So as I'm getting ready to go through the door, I wanted to share my thoughts with you. That God don't have you where you are by accident. Yeah. So, as I share my thoughts of the day with some friends of mine each day, I pull a message out of it to share on here. You're not where you are by accident. Too many times we find ourselves questioning our decisions we have made, questions in the roads we have traveled down. And granted, that is natural part of us. Most of us can look back and say, oh my God, if I did this back then, or if I make this decision back then, where would I be now? Or we look back and we see others where they're flourishing and we said, that could have been me. But I want you to just put that thought aside for a minute, because see, what that thought does on a negative aspect, it beats us up. It makes us feel like we are a failure. It makes us feel like we made some decision that we shouldn't have made. And in most cases, no matter how we think, we're always going to think that we make the worst decision. But if we believe that our steps are ordered by God, we never make the wrong decision. If we think that God controls our destiny, if we think that if we put our trust in God, he's leading us the right way, even when we make the wrong decisions of what we're supposed to do or where we're supposed to go, God still have a way of turning those bad decisions around and working it out into his own favor and his own good. Think about it. It's like you and I choosing to do something that is wrong. And we know that it's wrong. But God allows us to do it. And he still uses those circumstances and turn things around for us. Lead us through the murky water. Lead us through some hardship. And here's the problem. Most of the hardship that God allows us to go through, there's a teaching moment and a lesson in all of it. But most of the time, we're so angry of what we're going through. We're so disappointed in ourselves and what we're going through that we never stop to think, God, what is your motive in bringing me through this? God, what is your reason for even allowing me to go down this path? Because the fact of the matter is, he could have stopped it, but he allowed you to go through it. So what I'm saying to you is that we can sit here and we can beat up ourselves every day and say, oh my God, I made the wrong decision and I should have done this and I should have done that. But guess what? You're looking at somebody else who was at the same place that you were 10, 15 years ago. And you're saying that if you make the same decision they had made, you would have been where they are or better off than where they are. And the truth of the matter is you don't know that. Because the truth be told, we don't know exactly what those people are going through. We see people, and we live in a world where people can put on a persona on the outside. We see people and on the outside, they look like they're very successful. They have it all together. They're driving cars, they're living in homes. But we don't know the headache that they're going through internally, whether they're not happy or the headache they're going through just to make the paper to pay for what they have. So we just assume that what we see on the outside, they're living a great life. Take just a thought from me. Where you are today is not by accident. God didn't allow you to be where you are today by accident. And if you believe that your steps are ordered by God, no matter what nobody have taken away from you, no matter what bad decisions you have made in life, whether it be relationship, business, you name it, whatever bad decisions we have made in life, if we sit down and begin to think that because we make those bad decisions, that's why I'm going through a hard time today, that means you don't really know who God is. So I challenge you to look back where you come from. I remember the songs we used to sing in church and say, roll back the curtain of memories now and then. Show me where you brought me from. So think of all the stuff that you say you did make the wrong choice, a wrong decision. You could have got wiped out. You could have got killed. You couldn't be no longer here. But God see it fit because he's using those experiences that we've gone through to make us stronger and better people. Stand up on your 2 feet today. Be bold in God. Know that you have a God who is bigger than your problem. That's bigger than your circumstances. That's bigger than your mistake that you have made. Think about a person who's locked behind prison bar. And we as society toss the key at them because what? They made a wrong decision some time ago. And they're locked up in prison and we throw the keys at them. But God still remembers them. God still loves them. God still forgives them when they come to him for forgiveness. So where you are today is not by accident. God intentionally have you where he wants you to be. Just sit tight in God. Just sit tight and let God work out what he has to work out. Stop blaming yourself. We spend so much time blaming ourselves that we don't even see the bigger picture in front of us, how much is there to do. You're not where you are by accident. You're where you are because God wants you to be there. And there's some lessons that he teaches us as we go through. Make sure we know what those lessons are because he still loves us and he still have abundant of things for us to do. All right. So my people, bless up yourself. Have a good day today. Be a blessing to somebody. And remember, where you are today is not by accident. God has you in the palm of his hand. Trust his plan. All right. Love you. Like, hit the subscribe, the notification button below. And like me always say, walk good. Blessings upon top of blessings.